And welcome back to Let's Play StarFox Adventures with your host, pitmarthroy. In the last episode, we got Tricky back to his main area of the game, which would be the main part of Dinosaur Planet. But then we found out that his mom was ill, so we need to find White Grub Tub to cure her of whatever illness she had, because the game doesn't specify, because it's too lazy to. And that is where we need to plant a bomb spore. So for the most part, I'm just going to kind of like do my own thing here, not really explain too much, because for the most part it's pretty self-explanatory. But something interesting, besides the fact that we just unlocked another staff power-up, I think, is I was watching the beginning of this, you know, where it like shows all the cutscenes and everything, and it showed a lot of power-ups, and it showed a lot of other parts of the game, but never once did he have a staff. He never had magic powered up. He always had the lowest amount of staff power he could. Whoever was doing it. And there was points where he was like almost at the end of the game, so I was like, okay, that's a little strange. I wonder why they never bothered to collect those. But now we have the staff rocket boost. Whenever you find boost pads on the ground, it can basically lift you up onto a higher ledge. We've seen these before. There's one in the shop in Thorntail Hollow. And then there was also, I believe, a couple in this area, because we need it for this area. So this is might be where you actually want to take the fire blaster off of your Y button and just switch it to the staff booster. Now you notice you can't just activate it anywhere, because it'll make this noise when you do. But if you find a boost pad on the ground, like for example right here, one of these, it's a rocket boost pad. Yeah. You just you push Y to have it in the holder, and then just hold down Y. And there you go, or hold down A if you're using the A buttons. And C-stick instead of the Y, but whatever works. By the way, if you do need bomb spores, then there are always some on this plant right here, so you don't have to worry about not having any whenever you come in here. But I would try to keep a pretty good amount of bomb spores just so you don't have to do that continuously. Grab these two. Now, I'm trying to remember what you do next here. I know there's that switch right there. And I know how to activate it, because it's one of those switches where if you step on it, then step off of it, it doesn't stay. It's probably like a really stupid, obvious thing. I'm just forgetting here. No, it's not there. I know that. Yeah, here we go. It was stupid, obvious. If you want to get rid of these things, you can just either wait, or I think you can use the fire blaster on them. The mushrooms you can also use the fire blaster on too if you want them to stop doing that. It doesn't work forever though, but it does stun them long enough to get by. So man, have I got a story to tell y'all. This is going to be crazy. Alright, so by now most of you already know that our principal at school is a complete and utter jerk. I think I've mentioned this multiple times, so I guess for the new subscribers you may not know that, but anybody that's been on my channel for at least a little while probably already knows about that. But long story short, we ended up, we being me, a couple other kids, and then a couple of the administration, or the administration's kids, got into this huge argument, and I gotta talk to this guy first. Just so you know, if you don't have the lantern at this point, he will not let you through. So you need to have the lantern at this point. Now, back to my story, before I got interrupted by having to explain what that was. Basically, there's one kid at our school. I'm not going to tell you who it is, just in case she doesn't want her name to come up. But, basically, she only goes there part-time, because our school is, you can choose what classes to take, and the other classes you can homeschool, or take somewhere else, or whatever you want to do. So, you know, it's kind of like a university school, you know, where you, whenever you are in college, you don't take all the classes, you just take whatever you need to have for your major or whatever. So you don't take all the classes, so you have, you know, a couple of free periods or whatever. But basically, she only goes there part-time. And here's a white grub tub fungus right here. This is what they look like. It looks brown, basically, but it's actually pretty easy to go right past these because they blend in pretty well with the background. And these are the fireflies. You actually don't have to collect them in the jar. It's not like collecting a fairy in Zelda or anything. You can just run straight into them and you get them. bats in here, but I just ignore them. Well, I probably should ignore them. Yeah, I'm just gonna ignore them. The lantern is right here, and then just use lantern. That'll make it easier to see. Now, you don't have to use the lantern at any point in the game. Like, if you know the path, then you don't have to use it, but I'm going to be using it because I don't know the path that well, A, and B, there is no way you guys would be able to tell what I'm doing if I didn't have the lantern on. Okay, now, if I quit getting interrupted by my story. She goes there part-time, and so, at the beginning of the year, she asked, because she's a senior, whenever she graduated from school, if she could still, even though she wouldn't be getting the diploma there, if she could still, like, you know, go up and walk on stage and get the homeschool diploma, and, you know, sit with her friends during the graduation and things like that. And originally, our principal, I'm not counting, like, any of the other staff of the board, because he basically has full run over it, and if somebody does something that he doesn't like, he can just fire them or whatever he wants to do. That's what happened to our old principal. But anyway, basically what happened is they said yes to it, he said yes to it, and then about halfway through the year, it was like 2 weeks ago, by the time this goes up, it's probably closer to 3 than 2, but that's beside the point. There it is. About 2 or 3 weeks ago, give or take, they're like, oh no, you actually can't graduate with them. You can, because everybody had to pay to go to the graduation. Instead of being able to get in, she has to pay for getting into the graduation, which would be for her. She can't sit with her friends, and she can't even walk on stage to get the homeschool diploma. So long story short, they basically segregated her completely. And she said, well, that's not fair. And they're like, okay, well, you can't do anything about it anyway. But basically, she said that she didn't like what the administration had done. She just said on Facebook that the principal had really didn't make the right decision. She didn't say anything like, you know, the principal is up, you know, anything like that. But she basically said, I don't agree with what insert our principal's name here is doing. That was a bad idea on his part. And a whole bunch of other people, namely his daughter, and everybody whose family works for the school, or most of them, they either were watching their kids' Facebook, which I don't think you should be doing that because that's invasion of privacy, or they had their own accounts, and they ended up, even though it was outside of school, they ended up saying that she can't say that, which clearly she can because you have consumer rights because you pay for school, so you have consumer rights to say what you want if you don't appreciate something that you're... if something you're paying for that you don't like, you have the right to complain about it as long as you do so respectfully, which she did. And then also the First Amendment, which is you have freedom of speech. And she posted both of those on there, and, you know, everybody was like, everybody except for people that wanted her to get expelled or something, I don't know, basically said, okay, yeah, we agree with that. Everybody did, because, you know, it's right, freedom of speech and all that. And it ended up having the administration just didn't care at all, and basically they ended up expelling her. And a whole bunch of other kids, myself included, that backed her up on this almost got expelled, but we left school before we could get expelled, because if you leave it doesn't show up on your record, but if you get expelled then you do. How many do I need to have of these? 5? I think that's all you need. I think it's just 5. I don't know why I keep going around, you know, go around, go around. I think it's only 5. If it's not, I'm going to be annoyed. But I'm pretty sure it's only 5. It might be 6 or 7, but I'm pretty sure it's 5. But long story short, a whole bunch of the kids got really mad at our principal for it. And a whole bunch of parents did, too. And I'm not talking, like, just the parents of the kids that got expelled or suspended or whatever. I mean, like, a whole bunch of them. It's like, I'm amazed that he has not either caught on or gotten fired some way, somehow. It's like he has done so many things that people have not agreed with. And it wouldn't be that big a deal if it wasn't like, you know, he made one mistake or whatever, you know, made, like, you know, small mistakes here and there. But it's the fact that he's making such big mistakes, like not listening to anybody, and the fact that he's continuously doing it, that's what's making everybody mad about it. But it's just ridiculous, so I'm glad I left when I did, though. Like, even though it was halfway through. I mean, we've only got one more 6 weeks period left, or at least when this was put up. There's only one more 6 week period. But, you know, still, I already found alternatives for that. I mean, I was only taking one class there anyway, so it wasn't that big a deal to me. But, you know, some of the kids that left were taking 4 classes, and they've already found alternatives, so that just goes to show them that there are alternatives. You don't have to go to our school. Just because it's, you know, university modeling doesn't mean there aren't other options out there, you know. Take a course online, or, you know, take it with an ex-teacher. I'm taking, like, 4 of my courses with ex-teachers.
Not enough.
Blast! Oh yeah, and by the way, there's a fuel cell back here if you want to get it now. This door will be explained later. It's not like a special door or anything like that. It's not like one in the game. Okay, so apparently there were 6 or 7. I probably just walked past them like 1,000 times. So I'll cut to finding them. Okay, here it is. Apparently I blew up that wall and was like, oh, okay, I guess I'm not going here. Yeah, there's that little noise. Whenever you hear that noise, I've talked over it, but... whenever you hear that noise, that's whenever you know you have them all. So there was 6, not 7, okay. And also, they're only found below this point where you need the lantern, where that guy is, so they're not going to be above there, just so you know. But yeah, anyway, that whole Facebook war thing was crazy. And a whole bunch of the ex-kids that had gone to our school already, and they left because, you know, either they felt they weren't being treated fairly, which most of them weren't, or, you know, whatever reason, they backed everybody up too. So pretty much the only people that were actually standing up for the school were the people that worked there and felt they had some control, which is either, you know, true or false. Pretty much only our principal has any control whatsoever. And there was like 2 or 3 kids, I swear, they were like the best people ever because they were defending the school even though they worked there, and they were taking a whole bunch of crap from everybody that went to the school that they're there, and they are getting bullied like crazy. And even though it ain't gonna matter on my YouTube channel, they deserve a big shout out. Oh yeah, the raining thing, by the way, that's just random. It's not like, you know, specific times. It's not like on Majora's Mask where the second day it always rains in Clock Town or whatever. Okay, there. We're maxed out on food for Tricky. Yeah, I know. I was trying to get the white one. There we go. She like ate part of his hand right there. Oh well.
Thank you for saving my son and for saving me.
Okay,
You're
okay,
welcome.
Enough of the thanks. Now I need some help from you. Can you just tell me what's going on?
This is all the work of General Scales. He is the ruler of the Sharpclaw tribe. A nasty bunch of pirates who have always wanted to rule Dinosaur Planet.
Hey, that's like the principal of our school. Okay, I'll stop with that.
But this time he somehow becomes stronger and defeated our army.
Did Tricky fall asleep?
Whatever. Right, a bad guy. But how did the planet get in such a mess?
Within the Krazoa Palace, he broke the seals of the Force Point temples.
I'm listening.
This planet is rich with a magical force. A force so strong that it is continually pushing our world apart. To stop this, 4 spellstones were placed inside the Force Point temples.
Okay, that's a bit weird, but I understand.
With the seals broken, Scales entered the temples and removed the spellstones. With nothing to hold back the magic force, the planet was torn apart.
Oh, no!
At last, it all makes sense. So, the bad guy takes the spellstones, your planet falls apart, and I've got to find the spellstones and bring them back to the Force Point temples.
See, Mom? I told you he was good.
If I could have recited that back to you.
My son will remain with you.
What? No!
For only a dinosaur of noble birth can breathe life into the spellstone.
Oh, stop acting all high and mighty. I'm 3 times taller than you.
That's okay, but don't you think he's a bit young? I mean, it's gonna be very dangerous. Loads of bad guys, fighting, death.
He knows the planet well, and I'm sure he's shown you his sidekick skills.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about
I love the music that goes there.
Fox. We'll make a great team.
No.
Okay, but if you mess up just once, I'll send you straight back to Mommy.
Okay, yeah.
Good. Now, our spies have indicated that Scales was last seen in Dark Ice Mines. I know the gatekeeper, Garundate, a silly fellow, but he can guide you to the Spellstone. Go back to the Snowhorn Wastes and find him.
Got it.
And Fox, I think you'll need this. The Sharpclaws dropped it when they attacked me.
Fox,
Maybe
like, whatever.
it'll come in use somewhere.
Okay, enough already. Can I just get on with it?
Gosh! Okay, so apparently we have a Sharpclaw prison key here. Alright, so now we need to go back to Dark Ice Mines. First over, I am actually going to do a little bit of scarab grinding here, just a little bit, just from the rocks. Because I don't think I have Dark Ice Mines map. If I do, then I'll just buy other maps or something, I don't know. Surely there's something I can find. No, I don't want to fight that guy. Get out of my way. Be gone. So in other news, while I'm grinding here, whether I choose to cut this out or not, I don't know, but regardless of that, I finally got one of my other music videos finished for the soldiers / halberdiers / centennials of Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn. And it went pretty well, I think, overall. I did something I never thought I would ever do before. And hold on, I gotta check something. Okay, never mind. I actually used a armored knight all the way through the game, and I used a Gautree / Gaytree for once. I've never done that before. He's actually really good if you get him to martial. He won't take any damage at all. Like, even the mages, I don't think they did that much damage to me. Mostly because he could probably kill the mages in one hit, but, you know, regardless. Moon Pass, Lightfoot Village, Dark Ice Mines, right there.
You pay this much. Okay, I'll sell it to you.
If you're wondering what I'm eating, by the way, if you can hear it, I'm eating Lifesaver gummies. They've been out for like a day, so they're even more chewy than they were normally. Cloud Runner Fortress.
You pay this much. No,
Dang it.
that's too low. Okay, I'll sell it to you.
I'll sell it to you for 5 scarabs. Make it 4, 3, 8. Okay, fine, 8. Cloud Runner Fortress is actually pretty close to the next area, so you might want to buy Cloud Runner Fortress too. I just try to get them all at once so I don't have to come back here. I mean, you have to come back here for certain items, but I try not to come back to the store too much. Walled City is really late in the game, so you might want to avoid that one if you're low on money. Volcano Force Point you will need, because the first Spellstone is for Volcano Force Point.
No, that's
Dog.
too low.
What the heck, man? You're crazy.
Okay, I'll sell it to you.
Now, even though there are 4 Spellstones, there's only 2 temples, so there's 2 Volcano ones and 2 Ocean ones. Pass. I think we're gonna get all the maps, if not most of them. There's some other ones. I know there's at least one more in the special goods area, because you know how it's got food, goods, and maps. Dude, what has this episode been, man? I've been, like, grinding for scarabs, getting stuff. We've done nothing in this episode. We've done nothing. We've done nothing, man. We're getting at least to the next area, because this is crazy. Because I really want to start Dark Ice Mines. Like, I love the Dark Ice Mines dungeon. That's probably my favorite one. Like, even the boss. I'm not really a fan of the boss, but he's still fun to fight. Alright, let's see where this goes. This is like the only secret in the shop, so don't bother looking for more. But it's just got a whole bunch of these. There's scarabs in a few. So I guess if you're like, you know, 3 or 4 short of buying another map, then you get them. One of them might have 5 in it. I don't know. Yep, right there. I actually didn't know that for a fact. I just took a guess. Right, now I got 15. Okay, that's better than 7. By 3 maps as opposed to 1. I think there's only 2 left, though. One of them might be 10 scarabs, so if that's the case, then they even out anyway. I really want to get this, but I can't afford it right now. Can't get that right now. I could get this, but I don't want to. Basically, Tricky's ball, if you read the description, it'll say if you play with Tricky enough times, he'll do something special. Long story short, it just changes his color. He can become like blue dinosaur or whatever. You know, it's not that big a deal. I'll go ahead and buy it, I guess. I don't care for it, but I never use it. It's just like you throw the ball, you know, like you would throw a grenade or something like that.
Okay, I'll sell it to
He'll bring it back to you. I mean, I don't know why you would. Yeah, it can only be used in certain areas. I think you can only use it in, like, I don't know, probably the main area of the game. I think it can only be used here. I don't know. Well, not here in the shop. Obviously not. I mean, here, you know, Thorntail Hollow. I don't know why I can't remember the name of Thorntail Hollow. I'm like, Alright, now, this time getting to Dark Ice Mines is about 20 times easier, and I just realized that there is another opportunity to get more stat power upgrades, so we're going to do that right now. I cannot believe I forgot about this. I'm not sure exactly how many there are, but I know where most of them are. I might be missing like 1 or 2 in the game, but not many and not enough to matter. Now you can see how the staff is glowing. That means that there's a staff power-up or a magic upgrade somewhere nearby. I don't think these switches are timed, so don't worry about it. There we go. Now, staff power upgrades are really easy to find because they're all required, so once again, if you find an area that's got one of these and it's kind of off the path, then it's probably a magic meter upgrade and not a power-up. Because like Fire Blaster, you know you need that. You need all the power-ups, so. Alright, there we go. Getting nothing done here, man. What are you doing? Nobody wants to watch a prep video. Oh hey, fuel cells. Sweet. I'll take those. No, it's not. Okay, now if you remember, we got here last time, so this is the way to Snowhorn Waste. Now, Dark Ice Mines is actually there as well, so... Well, actually, no, Dark Ice Mines, you have to get into the R-Wing to do so, but you can't get the portal to the area until you talk to that guy, Grundate. So if we take this direction as opposed to actually going back through the normal way, it will take a lot less time. I don't even know if you can go back that way. You'd have to go through the racing stuff again and all that, which the racing is fun, but, you know, still. Alright, now this time we're against the current, so we actually have to do a little bit of maneuvering here. So what you need to do, since this is a platform where you have to have something on it, you need to get Tricky over here.
Stay.
Will he? Okay, there we go. Go right there. Stay. There we go. And this is how you switch the water flow. Pretty easy. It works. It's a two-way gate. There's another one over there, so whenever you're coming back, you can just do the same thing. Now, if you get far enough away from Tricky, he'll just automatically follow you, but I just want to be sure. And we're also going to stop right here, and I believe there is a secret hidden here as well with a fuel cell or something. Yeah, 2 fuel cells. So you can unlock this area by using the Fire Blaster right there. That'll open up this gate. There's some staff energy crystals if you need them. And now we finally continue on. Jeez. This video's been very, very unproductive. We've done nothing. We've done nothing, man. Gonna beat up that whatchamacallit basket in frustration. After this, I'm going to go work on homework and watch Survivor Season 14 again. Dude, that is one of my favorite seasons because of Yao Man. That dude was awesome. It sucks he lost over on the Final Four. So we used the gold key. But he was awesome. Like, they're trying to figure out how to open this box with a message at the beginning. Like, all these tough guys are, like, throwing it on the ground trying to get it. He just, like, drops it once on its corner, it breaks open. And keep in mind, he's, like, 40 years older than everybody else. It was hilarious. Oh, hey, what are you doing down there?
The Sharp Claw have imprisoned me in this infernal cave.
Haha.
If you can bring me frostweeds, I'll be strong enough to get myself out. Perhaps the young prince can help you. Hurry, boy.
Now, if you're trapped in ice, you're probably freezing cold. Why would something called a frostweed, which is growing on a tree, not the ground, why would that even help you? Okay, these guys infinitely respawn, so don't even bother with them. Just kill the first two of them and then run for it. If you wonder how to do the different combos, basically you just hold the analog stick and whatever thing you want to use. Like whenever I was doing the spinning one, I was doing it with the down. Okay, you know what? Forget this. Tricky, get out of the way. Okay, there we go. Okay, now, they always say perhaps the young prince can help you. Could you not focus on that for like 2 seconds, man? Basically, the frostweeds, you just try to push them over there as best you can. They're really weird. I don't know how they're supposed to move, but whatever. Okay, he got 2 of them right. Yep, he got 2. Alright, we need 1 more then. Get it? Yeah! Excellent. There we go. Sharp Claw book it out of there.
Ah, the young prince! Who is this?
Now he's got the voice of the Warpstone. Ah, the young prince!
My mother sent us to find you.
Well, I am Garunda Tay, Spellstone Gatekeeper of Dark Eye's Mind.
We're looking for a spellstone.
A Spellstone?
You're the gatekeeper and you don't know where...
Gatekeeper to guard the land from which a Spellstone is forged. General
didn't.
Scales took the Spellstone and discovered that I was a gatekeeper. He gave me an ultimatum. Allow him to take the Spellstone back into the sacred land, or he would destroy my tribe.
He's gonna do both regardless.
The safety of the entire planet, so I refused to help. My daughter did not think this way.
Rebellious
And so
teenage
to
daughter.
Save the tribe, she opened the gateway herself.
But I thought only the
Scales did
gatekeeper
not
could open
destroy
it up.
my tribe. He enslaved them instead.
Oh yeah, because that's better. Okay.
My daughter dishonored me.
Too bad.
You must search for the Spellstone within Dark Ice Mines.
Okay.
And return it to the Volcano Force Point Temple. Only then will the Spellstone's power be returned. I will open the gateway.
What? Who's calling me with the start button?
Come back when you need me. Slippy.
Hi, Fox. We're all back.
So yeah, now we go to Thorntail Hollow. Every time the gatekeeper opens up a new area by, you know, making that little thing appear in the sky, you always need to go back to Thorntail Hollow, just so you know from now on. Now, for the most part, if I ever have to backtrack too much, I'll probably cut it out, but since this is the first time backtracking, I'm going to go ahead and show it, but if it happens repeatedly, then you'll probably know how to get there. Okay. I love how Tricky's like a dog. It's like, stay, Tricky. Good boy. I realize this video is much longer than I'm trying to keep it. I'm trying to keep it at like 20 minutes, and it's at 31 right now, but I know there's going to be some stuff to edit out, but it's probably going to be around 30 minutes, which it shouldn't be, but whatever. Hopefully this will be like a weekend episode, but I don't think it is. I think it's like right in the middle of the week, which sucks. I think it's like Tuesday's episode or whatever. New Super Mario Bros. Wii 2 player's almost done. We're actually done recording it. We just haven't posted all of it yet. Or I haven't, anyway. Get out of here, you stupid. Oh, shoot. Staff power. Well, forget you. Let's just use some of these. Yeah, I know I'm low on health. Whatever. I have a buff Bomb Dad. And you can't just pull them out and use them whenever you want like a fairy, but they will activate all the time, so... Yeah, I know, I'm almost dead. Maybe these have respawned with stuff. They have, okay, good. Now for something actually interesting, I am going to be showing the R-Wing mission for Dark Ice Mines at the very least, so, you know, it won't be a complete waste of time. Alright, that's good enough. It's not fully healed, but it's close enough. So just get into the R-Wing, and it'll say, you have enough fuel cells to reach Dark Ice Mines. If you don't, you can always buy them in the shop, or just go around hunting for them, whatever works for you. They're unlimited at the shop, so there's not a limited amount that you can get. But you never actually have to buy from the shop. I never have. Even the first time I played this game, I didn't have to. And Tricky gets in the bottom of the R-Wing, so he is coming along for the ride. We should do a barrel roll just to freak him out. Oh well. Dark Ice Mine. It's like one of those Japanese shows, you know, where they're... Whenever they talk, it doesn't match the subtitles at the bottom.
Fly through 3 gold rings to open the gatekeeper's force field.
Oh no, they've upped the ante to 3 gold rings. How dare they? It's still easy. The only difficult one is the last one because you have to get all 10 of them, so... Interestingly enough, your health is actually the same in the R-Wing as it is normally. Which I know is weird, but I didn't make the game. Hallelujah. This isn't really one I'd be proud of. Oh, nice. Man! Bite me. There's something called rings will have these little X's things. In the middle, you have to shoot the X before you can actually go through it. I don't know what happens when you go. I don't care, Slippy! Oh my gosh! So you getting any gold rings?
The force field is down! It's shaking you to land! Slippy out!
I think I actually got first on that. Whatever. Oh! I know something I wanted to talk about. We're at the end of the video, man! We're at the end of the video! No! That's not cool! Dude! What the heck? I knew there was something I wanted to talk about, but I forgot what it was until just now, man! What the heck? Anyway, next time on Let's Play StarFox Adventures, we're going to start Dark Ice Mines. So I will see you guys then, and I'm going to do back-to-back recordings so I don't forget what I was trying to say. Later.